Hello everyone, this is Defense Politics Asia, and this is the summary for the day of 60 and 61, which is for 24th and 25th April. So before I start, I need to talk about the like button. So you may know that I have been telling you guys to help me press the like button, and I have been trying a lot of creative ways to remind you guys, but I need to remind or tell you the significance, because if you look at these numbers, the like button does not, the number of likes is not depending on the number of views. It's actually the other way around. The number of views is dependent on the number of likes. That means the more of you guys press the like button, the more the video will be recommended by YouTube to more people. So this is actually the way we have to do to fight the shadow banning, that or the maybe the altered algorithm that is applied on this channel. So this is how we have to fight it, which is why I need you guys to help me press the like button. If you don't press the like button, then the reach will become terrible, and then the video can't really spread around. So this is the reason why I need you guys to help me press the like button and help me grow the channel and reach more people. So if you want to look at the the like experiment that we have done to understand how it all works and how I actually know all this thing, you can actually check out this link above here. And I also want to introduce you guys to the DPA CSI, which is the DPA Country Stability Index. So do check out the video. I will also put the link above here. Do check it out, and it's very hard for me to explain. You'll be quite long-winded, so you actually just watch this video and you will know better. So now back to the summary. So quite a number of things happened because this is a summary for over 2 days. So let me go with Transnistria. So earlier, a few hours ago, or maybe half a day ago, there's explosion reported at the Transnistria's Ministry of State Security building in Tiraspol. So and then the explosion is actually caused by RPG attacks. They are shot into the window in the second floor and third floor of the building, right? And then the location is actually here. So on the Google map, they actually rate this as a Office of Public Education, but according to sources online, they say that's not. So this is Transnistria. So the pro-Ukrainian crowd is very fast to say this is a false flag by the Russians, to give themselves reasons to mobilize the forces that is within Transnistria, or to give themselves reasons to actually fight all the way from here all the way to Transnistria to liberate it or something like that. But from my point of view, that could be possible. But the other possibility is that it could be also a false flag from the Ukrainian side, trying to draw the wider world into this conflict. If they can use this false flag to cause a conflict or a new war to start between Moldova and Transnistria, and then that's when the Western forces like the NATO forces or Americans or European forces can actually enter Moldova as peacekeeper, and then they can create more false flags or more situation that will cause them to go into the direct conflict with Russia. So this false flag can actually go both ways, and Transnistria is the victim over here, and I'm quite sure Moldova is panicking with cold sweat because of this poorly drawn banana. So we will see. The Russians have been trying to calm down this explosion, the fallout from this explosion. They're trying to say no, it's okay, nothing's happening. So personally, I do not think the Russians around 1,200 to 1,500 troops in this area is meaningful. It's not enough to do anything. Ukrainians have way more manpower around here. If you go and watch the the quick update for this Transnistria one, which I can also put the link above here. Hopefully I remember to do that. You will be able to see the CSI, the Defense Politics Asia Country Stability Indicator for index for Transnistria. Transnistria is actually very sparse. There's not a lot of people. So to mobilize this country to go to war or this breakaway country to go to war is quite meaningless, because they are really small in numbers. There's only like, by now there's probably only 300 over 1,000 people still living in Transnistria. Most of them are old people and children, so it's not really useful, as a fighting state. So that's that. Moving south, this is the corrected location of Moskva. So there's, based on satellite images, they saw the oil slick, and so instead of being very near to Odessa, it's actually a lot further. So it's actually along this line here. It was attacked around here, and then they were trying to sail back to Sevastopol before it sunk. So I can show you. So you can see. That's terrible. Okay, so you can see the oil slick. Sevastopol is here. So this is where the general area where they are attacked. So they were like trying to sail back, and then there's two location of the oil slick being detected, which is around here. I'm not sure why over 4 days the oil slick would move. Maybe because of the tide or something. Not sure. So, but it is in this vicinity. So that's an update in regarding the location of Moskva or Moscow. So moving on to, okay, before we go to the fronts, let's cover all the separate stuff first. The railway system is reportedly breaking down in western and central Ukraine. So according to the Ukrainian railway report, there is massive problems with the movement of trains in the western and central Ukraine due to the missile strikes by the Russian armed forces. So reportedly by the head of Transnistria, Alexandre Kamyshin, he or she, should be a he, I guess, say that it will take several months to actually restore the infrastructure of the 5 railway stations. So this is only 5. I believe this number will increase. One of the one that keep getting hit is the one at Lviv. I believe more will be hit over time as more foreign military aid flows into Ukraine. I think the intensity of these strikes on these train station and railway stuff will be hit. According to the Russian analysts, they were also highlighting about how the Russian military forces can actually hit the substations of the railway system. Let me show you. So this is the main substations of the railway network of Ukraine. So this is actually created by a Russian analyst, and then so that's why they if they are put out of operation, the supply route of the Ukrainian group will be paralyzed. And this was original in Russian, and I use online OCR translation to actually translate, so you can actually see all the different substations all around that connects the railway tracks. And so this analyst is encouraging the Russians to actually hit all these substations, which is the power station kind of thing, power line stuff. If you do not know what it is, I'm not very versed, so yeah, I can just call it as an electric plant or something like that. So if they hit all this thing, then the train network will actually get paralyzed. So not sure if the Russians want to do that. Maybe they would. So this is happening. So we are finally seeing some situation with the railway system. And before we go to the Ukrainian front, the Russian city of Bryansk got attacked. Two massive explosions or fire was seen and reported. If you can go to the quick update regarding this report about this Bryansk attack, because I don't want to drag it out too long. So these two locations is attacked. One of these military storage and installation kind of thing, where they kept a lot of the maybe ammunition as well as artillery and rockets over here. And on this side, for this one, this is somewhat similar, but there's actually fuel. You can see all the fuel tanks around here. So the fuel tank is the one that got exploded, and then in the beginning, in the early stage of this attack, after it was reported, no one really know how these two got destroyed, and I suspected that it might be saboteurs because of the amount of surface to air missile preparation around here, because the Russians have been becoming wary about the helicopters flying in. So I thought that it might be saboteurs, or it could be commando raids. It might be Ukrainian commandos or saboteurs or agents, or it could be also Ukrainian sympathizers or Russian haters within Russia itself. And it could also be foreign powers like from the Europeans or the Americans that is behind all these attacks, because this is just another one of a series of mysterious fires and explosion all around Russia. This is probably the fourth or fifth one already. And then came this report from the Russian sources, or from the Ukraine sources. Sorry. So there is the remains of Bayraktar TB2 getting shot down in the Kursk region. So according to this analyst, they said, according to this US Ukrainian sources of this pro-Ukrainian Twitter account, they say that they said one Bayraktar was shot down over Kursk, and then they said this could be shot down while on the way back to base after the strike that hit Bryansk. And then in a later report from OSIN aggregator, 2 Ukrainian TB2s is actually shot down. So this one actually mentioned 2, this mentioned 1. So which means that this strike might actually be done by the Bayraktar TB2, which is kind of concerning if you ask me, that 2 drones can just fly through the night and just do an attack and fly back, and only get shot down because they are closer to the front line around here. So this is looking really bad if this is true, because we can't be sure if the attack is actually done by the Bayraktar. So it's actually looking rather bad. And so as a result of all these explosions all over the place, the Belgorod Oblast region in Russia, the governor have raised the terrorist threat level to yellow, which is higher. So they are actually anticipating more attacks within the Russian territory. On top of this, there are reports coming out from Russia that the border towns are actually getting shelled. So at Tryabonoye, which is Tryabono on this map here, the checkpoint, I believe is the custom here, the checkpoint is getting shelled by mortar shelling, according to eyewitnesses. So it's actually this location here. This is Tryabono. So probably this region is getting shelled by mortar. But take all this information with a pinch of salt, because who knows, this could be just Russian misinformation to try to draw some reasoning to actually mobilize more forces to join the war. That could be possible. There's another tool which I think is more legitimate. which is the village of Nikotivka, is shelled by Ukrainian forces, because this is much closer to the front line. So this could be very well more true. And the neighboring village of Korolevska also got shelled, according to the governor of the region. So 2 people is injured according to the report. So these 2 little villages here got shelled because they are very close to the front line. So since we are already here, so let's go into the Kharkiv Front. So the Ukrainian forces have tried to attack this position, this village or town of Kozacha Lopan or Cossack Lopan. So according to this Russian analyst, they say that Ukrainian attack in the morning of 5 a.m. This is actually a morning of 22nd of April. So this is actually a belated report. And up to 1 motorized infantry battalion supported by tanks. So what happens is that the Russian defenses fired at the advancing enemy and then launched artillery barrage at them. So 2 tanks and 8 BMPs were destroyed, and they are not so sure about how many infantry is killed, but the losses is reportedly very serious. According to another source that I have read, they mentioned there is actually 2 different attacks on Kozacha Lopan. The first one was smaller, it got destroyed or defeated. Then the Ukrainians tried again with a bigger force the next day, and then that was also destroyed. And then that kind of, according to the Russian report, demoralized and broke the entire offensive initiative. So since then there is no more report of attacks. So, but I'm not so sure about what are the dates and the details, because the information come a bit later than I noticed, or I usually report more timely. So this is a bit late, so it's a bit hard to see what's the situation here. According to one of the Russian map I saw, this area is Ukrainian control, no longer under the Russian, this side, because they captured all the way to Udi. So this area is Ukrainian. I'm going to leave this here for now. If I think that makes a lot of sense, which is why Kozacha Lopan is actually in the front lines, and which means this area here is actually also Ukrainian control. So that's so far for the Kharkiv Front. Let's not talk about it. Let's move on to the Izyum Front. So at the Izyum Front, that the biggest news is actually this breakthrough. The Russians have finally broke through the defenses at Dubrovnik. So they have been fighting at Dubrovnik for some time, and then I think around a week. So they finally broke through and they roll over Kuruka, and now they are actually fighting at Pashkov. So apparently there's not much defenses at Kuruka, or they have withdrawn from it, because I believe I remember reporting about Kuruka getting airstrike, and then so probably the Ukrainian forces actually freaked out and withdraw from that position, and resulting in a big push down to Pashkov. So Pashkov is significant because this is the last stop in a way before the Russians arrive at this road east of Bavinkov. This road is one of the major roads, I guess, that is resupplying Sloviansk. The other road is actually lower, which is the highway that stretches all the way from Pavlograd to Kramatorsk. So the one that is being used from Pavlograd to Sloviansk is actually this highway here, and then to a major road down here to all the way to Sloviansk. So this position is only just around 5 to 6 kilometers away from the road. So this is a very important position. Once this is captured, then this road will be unusable by the Ukrainians for resupply. So in the quick update for this this Izyum Front, which is probably the last video that I just posted, My belief is that the Russians will actually move westward and capture Bryansk, and instead of going eastward towards Sloviansk. Because I don't think Sloviansk is the main objective. The main objective is to actually go around, to actually cut off all the supply lines, and then probably do this massive encirclement around this entire East Army in this region. There is also corroborating reports that Yakivka and Rupsi is actually Russian controlled. So the pro-Ukrainian sources are very, or pro-Ukrainian accounts are very skeptical. I'm very careful about this because maybe this one doesn't look good for the Ukrainians. But the Russians reportedly have captured Rykov, and because of this, because of this Ukrainian information about Russian forces at Zelina's Dolina, I have pushed the entire front line backwards, eastward, so that to reflect this new front line, because these two actually invalidates this entire front line that was previously established around a month ago. No information about staff key, and the latest information is that Zarishny has been captured. So this has been repeated by quite a number of Russian sources, so which makes it more and more credible. So I have now listed Zarishny as captured by the Russians. So the forces is now pushing towards Liman and Yampil. This is the main part. There is also fighting reported 15 kilometers east of Yampil within the forest area. So they say that this is actually fighting at night, and then they say a stronghold of the Ukrainians were destroyed 15 kilometers in the forest belt east of Yampil. So it's around this area. It's actually rather far, so not sure what is the situation there. So because it's very hard to verify, I did not move the borders because Dibrova wasn't there's no news about this, and there's no news about Privilia as well, so I'm gonna just leave this as it is. So the last information I saw of Ruby, so now we are in Luhansk Front. The last information I saw on Rubizny was a video, I think by the Chechens, that they are fighting to clear up the city. So, but not sure when it was dated, and then there's no other news about Rubizny. There's no news about Severodonetsk. I'm not even sure if they are actually fighting, and there's no news about Borivsky as well. On this side, Novotoshivsky is captured by the Luhansk People's Republic forces, and from this position they are pushing Orekhov and Nizhny. So previously I have listed Nizhny as captured. Maybe I misinterpreted the information, so now they are now pushing towards Nizhny, which is possible because previously I thought they captured here, but maybe the Russians only captured this part of Nizhny and not here. So not sure what is the real situation, but this is the latest I have. Moving on, there's no news regarding Popasna. There's a report saying that they are fighting at this gym number 20, which is around here. So but I cannot really verify this information, so just gonna leave it as it is. So moving all the way now to the Donetsk Front. There is no changes or information regarding all the front lines. However, there is this the Russian sources have been repeating this like as if it's some very big thing, maybe. So the Ukrainian forces reportedly have planted explosive at the dam at the Karlovsky Reservoir. So this is Karlovsky Reservoir, and then this is the dam that is in question. So this dam. So according to this, this update, and actually it's repeated by quite a number of Russian sources. They say that they have a mined, which is basically planted explosive on the dam of this reservoir, and they say that in the event of an explosion, 6 settlements with a total population of 10,000 people will be in the flood zone. So 6 is probably 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't think it will reach that far, to be honest. They might be exaggerating, and then I don't think there will be 10,000 people actually in this area. So this could be exaggeration if you ask me. I don't really think much about this, but I because it repeated so many times, I think I should talk about this. There is no changes in the front line around east or west of Donetsk. There's no change in the situation here around Velika Novoselka. So now at Zaporizhia front or Zaporizhia line, there is actually also no update and changes regarding this area. To Mariupol, I have not changed the border, so the border still looks like this, but there is good reasons to believe that this is gone and this area has been captured or liberated, leaving only this area. But since I don't have clearer information, I'm just going to leave it as it is. Moving all the way to the Kryvyi Rih Front, no change in the Kryvyi Rih, although there are some rumors that the Russians are massing a massive number of troops to do some major offensive in the Kryvyi Rih Front. I think that could be misinformation, so I'm not going to take much consideration into it until it actually happened. Now to the Mykolaiv Front. And the Mykolaiv Front, there is a fighting reported at Kaselivka. So the Russian forces that is around here retreated to Chernobyivka after they kind of got defeated. I read in another source that they got bombarded by artillery, which is why the Russian forces retreated all the way to Chernobyivka. And then Chernobyivka, by the Ministry of Defense of Russia, they reported that at Chernobyivka, which they named this Chernobyivka, they shot down a Toshka-U missile as well as 18 rockets from MLRS, probably a Grad multiple launch rocket system rockets over Chernobyivka. So, which also means that it's actually a shelling of Chernobyivka by the Ukrainians. So while they say they shot down all these things, but I believe that quite a number of the missiles and rockets might actually have gone through the defense. There is a video coming out from Alexandrivka, and I can't verify the authenticity and the actual location. It showed dead Ukrainian soldiers along the coast in the area along the coast. I'm not sure it's around here or actually in the city. So it shows that the Russians have overrun the Ukrainian positions in Alexandrivka, but because I cannot verify that video, so I have not changed the status around here. But if more Russian sources can confirm the capture, then I actually will change this into capture by the Russians. So I believe I covered everything. Let me see if I scroll up further. Is there anything? Oh, there's a fire spotted at the Voyennaya Airbase in Vozdvizhenka. So it's actually all the way here, far away from the front line. There's some fire happening at the airbase. So this is actually north of Vladivostok, which is actually near North Korea. I'm not sure what happened there. I thought I'd need to put it in just in case. So anyway, this is the update of the summary for day 60 and day 61 for 24th to 25th April 2022. So if you have not subscribed, please subscribe to the channel, and of course please help me press the like button, because only with your help can this channel grow and to reach more people. Otherwise, on its own, this channel is hopeless. We cannot grow without your support. Because of the shadow banning, there is no longer a natural way or organic way for this thing to grow. Only with your help to press the like button can this channel continue to propagate. So I need your help. Please help me, and I'll see you in the next update.